So, start of the first term, elimination final. East Geelong and Winchelsea, live and exclusive on 94.7 The Pulse. The umpire throws the ball in the air and Holmer gets the first tap down towards Oliver. Gets it away to Bonner, wrapped up, gets rid of the ball. Indiscriminately, said the umpire. He threw it away, and it will be an East Geelong free kick to Josh Reese in the middle. Kicking to the northern end in the first term, the Eagles. And he gets the first clear kick, long towards Jones. Over the back of the pack. Oh, surprise, surprise, Van der Klooster. Went right, then turned around and went left to the outer side, half-back flank centre wing position. Looking for Bonner over his head. Reese takes the mark, will get his second kick in 30 seconds. Back towards the half-forward flank, just sets it up. Punched away by McKenzie. Oliver traps it for Winch. Goes from half-back to half-forward. Mention a long lead. The coach takes the mark and handballs it off quickly. They go through McFarlane. Long kick over the back. Stephen can run onto it. Can he? He will. Will it sit for him? He's a left footer. He kicks it with the right. Should have kicked it with the left. He's missed it and 3 for 1 behind to Drew Stephen. The first score of the elimination final is to Winchelsea. And it's a behind. They lead East yet to score. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard, minute and a half played.
So Chamberlain quickly to the clubroom side of the ground. Murphy's up. Good mark. No. Ball comes out. Then they hit the ground. Picked up by Warwick. Handballs over the top. Found Stephen. Stephen now goes back through the contest. Handballs up and finds Watson. So Watson just puts it on his boot. Goes back towards the centre wing. Bolton's there. Mark not taken. Bonner from Winch puts his head over the ball. Picks it up. Goes back to Van der Klooster. Handball. That wasn't very good either. The handball comes out now and ends up with Marsh, who runs from centre wing. Looks forward. Not too sure of that kick either. It's gone along the ground, but a good clean pick up from Parker on his left foot. Natural side kick smothered. So ball in dispute. Hayden Graham runs onto the ball. He's on his left side. He goes long back towards the goal square. It's standing by himself, and the mark has been taken there by Stephen. This is Tom. He was good last time we've had these two sides play. He played on the wing most of the day. He goes out wide. Not too sure his target was, but Jones is going to arrive there first. Taps it to his own advantage, but then taps the ball over the line. So we're going to have a throw in just outside their forward 50.
Wasn't a good option. The only one out there was Tavo Sawney in a 3-on-1 contest.
So just waiting now for the umpire to restart the play. Van der Klooster a number of touches already. Looks like he's lining up in Kane Marsh. There's a bit of a size difference there. Matheson to Graham. The ball thrown in. Ball out the back. Reese dives on top of it. Has held it up now. He could be in a bit of trouble. No, beats the ball out. The ball has been pushed out. Umpire now quickly in and takes possession. So again, still outside their forward 50. Hayden Graham's not too far from the contest here. Is he going to jump? No, Holmer's there. Ball comes down. East Geelong with their strength work through the contest. Go towards Reese again, who's been pretty busy in this first quarter. The ball's gone over the boundary line. We're looking for a throw in once again. Looks like they're going to take Primke back as much as they can, I think. So ball thrown in front of the contest. Picks up there. I think Oliver went round the kick around his body, missed the ball altogether. The ball's gone back over the boundary line. So we've gone 3 minutes. The only score is to Winchelsea. That's behind. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment first quarter scoreboard.
So boundary throw in, about 45 around from the East Geelong goal. Holmer and Bolton to do the ruck work. Umpire throws the ball back into play. Bolton uses the body, gets it down to the front of the pack. Reese to run onto it again, close to the boundary line. And Bonner over the top of it, shuffle the handball out, not very far though. Pack develops around him. Still about 45 out from goal. Now the central umpire will come in with a bit of work to do. Ball up close to the boundary line between forward pocket and the half forward flank. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Ruck contest. Neither ruckman really get an effective tap, and the boundary umpire with a bit more work to do. Moved it about 15 metres closer to the East Geelong goal. And still Holmer and Bolton to do the ruck work. Boundary throw in. Thrown in now. Third man up, Graham. Got to the side of the pack. Ricky O'Toole close to the boundary line. And the boundary umpire's having more possessions than any of the players at the moment.
After a quick start, we've gone into a feel-out mode, haven't we? Very much feeling each other out.
Absolutely. So
Just interchanged his boundary umpire, see? He's just had to course.
Yeah, he's done a fair bit of work already.
Oh, it's the great Sam, too.
Yeah, I think it is slamming Sam. A boundary throw in again. Over the back, Matheson with Graham. Holmer puts the tackle on. The central umpire a bit of work to do. Still 35 out from goal. East Geelong into attack at the northern end. They're yet to score. Winch one behind. 5 minutes played. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Holmer tries to thump it away. Goes to Bonner. His handball over the top. Bonner did pretty well. Oliver gets back there in defence. in the last line defence too. Ball has to be good to Mackenzie and is by foot. He takes the mark right next to the boundary line in the left back pocket. So he'll go now long towards McFarlane and Murphy. Stevens is there as well. Stevens did well, read it the better, took the mark for East Geelong. Half forward flank. Drive it back into Ford. Goes with the kick, but just floating across there, taking the mark is Oliver for Winchelsea. Wants to switch the play, goes to the outer side, centre wing position. It's a good kick too. Finds tipping Higgins it is, yeah. Higgins gets it along to Holmer, who runs away from Bolton at half forward. 55 out now, right foot kick over the back. McClure got the sit over Primke, and will take the mark and shoot for goal from 8 metres out, 45-degree angle.
He's left footer, isn't he?
I think he might be. So it's going to be not the easiest kick, but not far out from goal. And good transfer of play by the Blues. This for the first goal of the elimination final. He comes in, kicks it around the corner and kicks the goal. So the first goal on the board to the skip-up. And it's 1-1-7 Winchelsea. They lead East Geelong yet to score. That's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre. First quarter scoreboard, 6 minutes played.
We mentioned before the start that Holmer is a running ruckman versus Bolton as a more traditional ruckman, and it was nothing more apparent than as it came off the wing, he burnt him off. And I'm not quite sure what Primke's instructions were, but Mensch led hard up the middle, and Primke looked like he was going to go and give him a chop out, and then all of a sudden Holmer kept coming, and when Primke was caught out of position, leaving McClure to come over the top. So runner's gone out to him now. I would suggest that he might be given instructions to stay a bit closer.
So we're back with the umpire, middle of the ground. Bolton's going to do some ruck work, and he will do this most of the day up against Holmer. Bolton gets his hand to the ball over the top, picked up by Sawney, who's on the ground. He had it, put it down, but there was a high tackle, said the umpire. So to Bay Sawney, his free kick just backward of the centre slot. He plays on now, comes out wide, looking for McFarlane. He's in front, takes the mark, and he's in front of Watson. So McFarlane now looking towards Mensch. Kick wasn't good, went into the centre half forward position. Dylan O'Toole had the ball, lost it, picked up there, and a kick by Higgins again, and he's off target and through for a minor score. So 1-2 now to the East Geelong side. East Geelong are yet to score. We've gone 7 minutes. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment, first quarter scoreboard.
So Chamberlain, the ball at full back for the Eagles. Called to play on now, goes to the outer side, outside 50, good kick for distance. Mackenzie goes up early, can't take the mark. Side of the pack, Blues, little toe poke by Mackenzie again. Bonner over the top of it, O'Toole wraps him up, Reese is there as well. Umpire says play on, ball spills free somehow. Kicked the wrong way by Reese, he kicked it back 45 metres. McFarlane, he's wrapped up, tries to get the footy free, comes back towards tipping, his handball to McClure. Left foot kick around the corner towards the goal square. But Smith gets back there in the last line of defence for the Eagles. Wants to transfer play to Primke, holds up, Oliver, got a hand to it, didn't take the mark though. Stevens with a bit of candy for the Eagles, kicks it straight to Tim van der Klooster, who takes the mark uncontested at right half forward, called to play on. Goes on the Leon Cameron left foot, goes long towards full forward, Manch, Primke off the back, Murphy at the side, runs into an open goal and kicks it. His first of the afternoon, second for Winch, they go to 2-2-14. They lead East Geelong yet to score. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard, 8.5 minutes played.
The most interesting thing about that little passage of play was that two of the blokes that we're saying are going to have a big influence for Winchelsea was Van der Klooster and Mackenzie, who both got the ball forward of their half-forward line. Looking back, there was no Winchelsea player in the back half of the ground, if you will. And there was who's that down there? Is
Tyler Jones.
Tyler Jones is down there all alone. He didn't even have a full back on him. They'd all pushed up forward to the centre.
That'd be part of their press they do play. So some good work there from the Blues. Got the first two on the board. Not too sure what it's worth out there today, but wouldn't there be any more than a couple. The flag's not blowing that heavily. So back with the umpire, middle of the ground. Ball thrown in the air. Holmer and Bolton. Bolton again gets the tap down. Chalice read the flight of the ball well. Picked up by Graham. Handball to O'Toole. O'Toole goes outside and has Stephen. Was able to get boot to ball in towards the half-forward line. Try to lead to the race for the ball. Can't pick the ball up. Ends up with Graham. Taps it along the ground. Bayless picks it up. Goes by hand. Matheson over the top. Some good play to tipping, and now in the hands of Van der Klooster. Left or right foot, it doesn't really matter. He just gets the ball round. Picked up by Holmer, not wasting any time. He runs away from Bolton. The ball didn't come back to him. He's going to go long now into the half-forward line. Who's the target? Mensch is there. Ball hits the ground. 2-on-1. Coming across his Priddle did well, picked up by Smith, put it on his boot as far as Warwick. Warwick got the handball away to Reese. Reese at centre half back, kicks the ball into the centre of the ground. Then the mark there by Sponner, not taken, so at ground level. Dolliver dives on top of the ball, and now the players converge, and the umpire comes in quickly and will take possession. So Bolton and Holmer both aren't going to get to the contest. Ruck work done there by Stephen over the top. Gurishin takes the ball, didn't, left it behind. Ricky O'Toole picked it up, went back to Warwick. Warwick now on his left side, goes out wide, went looking for but won't find his teammate in Poynton, and the mark has been taken there by Murphy. So Murphy now decides to load up and go long towards us in our forward position. Mans with strength just gives Smith a bit of a push out, and the free kick will go to Smith of East Geelong. Deep in their defence, has Chamberlain wide, he goes short, he's going to hit him or he's not, he's going to go over the top of his head, but he's got time to take the mark. He plays on and goes to the half forward, centre wing and it looks like the player in Dunkley picks the ball up, line kick round the corner was good, but he's able to find Murphy. Murphy's just asking the player to move back on the mark, he goes back inside and we'll have Sawney. So they're back in the middle of the ground, no ground game, but the kick next goes towards Higgins. Can't trap the ball, but he's got it in front of him, left it behind. Good put there from Ricky O'Toole. Handball ends up with Sharp, goes to Marsh in the middle. The handball goes to Reese, he runs outside, and he kicks into the forward line. Jones leading up, good kick. Mark didn't hit the target. And it's going to be a clearance there from Bayless. Ooh, taken a little bit high as he kicked the ball. No free kick from the umpire. And it's marked inside the centre square by Gurishin. The handball clicked off to Sawney. And it's allowed to go on, but the umpire's now going to call it back.
Very slow to get up Bayless. He still hasn't got off the haunches.
So it's now Sawney with the ball again. A little short kick indirect, and it's picked up there by Ricky O'Toole. He goes back into the middle of the ground looking for Chalice, set him a task. Sawney coming the other way has taken the ball from him, and hands and knees, tried to feed the ball back, and ends up in the hands there of Sponner. Goes towards Chalice, runs out of the middle, takes a bounce, and this is where he's good. Has time to steady, looks up, looks for his target and finds Trotter. So he's outside 50, runs to 40 and kicks long. It's not going to make the distance. Jones best suited by the mark kick. He doesn't take the mark, but at ground level he arrives. It must be slippery down that end of the ground. Oh, now there's a cheap free kick, I would have thought. Tyler Jones says, that's my free kick, and I'm going to give you one to go along with.
Didn't see that one.
And he's now going to have a shot for East Geelong, and someone's now given 50.
Fitty.
And this will be East Geelong's first goal. So Tyler Jones is going to go to the goal square directly in front and kick the first for East Geelong. So they move on to 1 goal straight. They trail Winchelsea on 2 goals to 14. The 13 minutes gone first quarter. Buckley's going to take the first quarter scoreboard.
Lucks of fortune probably there in terms of the free kick and then a silly 50, obviously for a bit of language or something. But interesting in that move was Chalice coming forward, and he had to stop because he had no one presented to him. So Jones or Graham couldn't present to him, and you mentioned it looks a bit damp down that end and whether they lost their footing, but he had to go sideways. That's probably not the approach they're looking for, but lucks of fortune, they've got a goal.
So back to the middle. Opening goal for the Eagles. Back to 8 points the difference. Middle stages of the first term here at St.Albans. Holmer goes up early and gets it down. Ricky O'Toole roads it. Gives it away to Bolton. The ruckman right foot kick to centre half forward. 2-on-1. The Blues had the numbers, but they couldn't take the footy. Marsh did for the Eagles. Right foot high kick towards half forward. Chalice makes up a lot of ground. Can't trap it first attempt. Second attempt he can. Then he gets wrapped up. Then he drops the footy. The umpire says over the boundary line for a throw in. So in between wing and half forward flank out of side. We'll have the throw in for Holmer and Bolton. Boundary umpire throws the ball back in. Holmer with a big thump down. Ricky O'Toole at the side of the pack. Slips over as he tries to pick the footy up. McFarlane on centre wing. Up quickly to Stephen. Gets the kick away under pressure. 2-on-2. Mensch Smith. They get back there first. Smith gets back there and wants to wheel around on the left at defensive 50. Kicks the ball back to Sharp. Is okay. Should have taken the mark. It didn't. Puts himself under pressure. Got Sponner in support. Gives it to Chamberlain across defensive 50. Goes wide with the kick. Good kick. Punched away by Murphy defensively. Dunkley against Rees. The Samurai hasn't got it today. What's going on, Dunkley?
Cleaned up.
Goes towards centre half forward. McFarlane to take the mark. Does so at the second attempt. 50 out from goal. Graham McFarlane takes the mark. McClure calling for it long. He's got Holmer filling the space in between, but elects to go back. And we'll have a set shot for goal. So Graham McFarlane. 50 out. 45-degree angle. On the right half forward flank with the aid of the breeze. Comes in. Warwick stands the mark. Right foot kick, never looked like it. And hasn't made the distance. Just over the head of Mensch and Smith, and through for one behind. So they go to 2-3-15, Winchelsea. They lead East Geelong 1-6. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard, 15.5 minutes played.
So Chamberlain now with the ball in the defensive post. He's giving the kicking in as he does most of the time. Goes out wide, far side of the ground. McKenzie, best third, ball over the top. Well read by Primke, good mark. So Simon Primke, probably his first touch of the afternoon. He goes out wide quickly. We'll find Marsh on centre wing. Marsh had it, put it down, and now the ball is over the boundary line, so it'll be a throw-in in that position. The ball is about to be restarting, and it's going to be Holmer doing the ruck work up against Bolton. So both players have done most of the ruck work in this first term. Ball tapped to the front of the contest, picked up there. I think it was through Stephen. He's tackled immediately and was brought to ground, so the umpire comes in quickly. Restart play. Ball thrown up, and again it's a tap over the top, picked up there by Reese. Reese goes towards the half-forward line, Trotter in front. Graham comes across, makes a contest out of it. Matheson didn't have it, but Trotter went back and got it, gave it to Graham. He runs towards goal, loads up, and Hayden Graham is just off target. Through for his first score of the afternoon. East Geelong now to 1-1. They trail Winchelsea, who are 2-3. Buckley's Entertainment first quarter scoreboard. We've gone 16.5 minutes.
It's all about defensive pressure. When both sides make the break and get away, they're running it well, but they're both being held down well by respective defences.
McKenzie, long kick in, and tries to find Tom Stephen. Can't take the mark. Reese was there. Chalice. They work the 1-2 to Reese. Back to Chalice. He can run away now at half forward. Got a bit of space to set something up. Right foot kick long to the square. In front, Jones. Spiner comes across. Took it out of his hands. Oh, has he paid the mark?
Sheesh.
He paid the mark.
Yes.
Not too sure.
Well, there was no arm shopping or anything else he could have paid. He had to have paid the mark.
Had to have, because Spiner came across in front of Jones and allegedly took the mark. So Lockie Spiner in the right forward pocket. He's a left footer, so he's about 15 out on the right side for a left footer and should convert. This at the northern end of the ground. He comes in. Left foot kick. Touched off the off the boot. So through for one behind. So lazy from Lockie Spiner there. 1-8 East Geelong. Winchelsea 2-3-15. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 18 minutes played.
So they play on quickly, go out wide to the pocket. Sessions on the ground now, doesn't take the mark, so he's put himself under pressure. He dives on top of it. The ball comes out. Stephen from East Geelong gets the handball up, goes to Trotter, waited for it, picked up there by Stephen, and he comes away on the right foot. Nice looking kick, and we'll find Holmer just sort of centre wing. So with Holmer now, just looking inside. I'm not too sure that's the place to go just so quickly, but he goes short. Sesson missed the target, over the top, goes towards Priddle of East Geelong. Handball goes over the top of Parker. And coming the other way, it's Matheson at ground level. He had Parker by the hand. It ends up in the hands of Priddle, who goes back into the half-forward line. Gurishan can't get the spoil effective on Chalice, so Chalice has the ball, runs inside 50. Good chase by McKenzie. Puts it in the goal square, but through for a minor score. So East Geelong are really attacking the goals at the present time, but minor scores, 1-3-9, 2-3-15 to Winchelsea, and 19 minutes gone first quarter.
So the Blues from full-back. They go long to half-back. And, tipping at his head, ripped off. And we'll take the free kick at half-back, Joel Tipping. Sawney gets up a bit slowly as well from the contest. So Tipping now, chips the ball over the top to Drew Stephen. Takes the mark uncontested. Goes along the line. Tornier to come at it, and Mensch comes out as well. Good handball to Tornier. He's away now, just on the ground. Half forward goes long to the leader. McClure comes out, takes the mark easily. You can't stop that footy. And he will shoot for goal from 45 out directly in front. He's kicked one this afternoon. It's for his second and the Blues' third. So Trent McClure comes in directly in front. Primke stands the mark. Left foot kick, high kick. And will it get the distance? No, touched on the line. So through for one behind to the Blues. They go to 2-4-16. They lead East Geelong 1-3-9. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes played.
Chamberlain to the far side of the ground. Primpy's going to be the target. Minch is also there, but Primpy takes the mark. Handball goes out towards Marsh. And from centre wing or backward of, he goes back into the middle. Nice looking kick. Will find Sharp. Has the ball. Quick hands off to Chalice. And the running player comes through the middle. Didn't have a lot of kick or leverage on the kick. Went towards Samurai Dunkley, but he put it down. Picked up by Ricky O'Toole. Weaves in and out of trouble. He goes back. And he finds Poynton, who kicks back into the forward line. Set Jones to target because it's 2-on-1. He's going to arrive first. He's tried to keep the ball in play. They've done well, Winchelsea. They've seen the ball over the boundary line. No, they don't. Ends up with Graham. Goes back to Sharp by hand. Dunkley from behind. Kick into the goal square. Sesson comes out. Can't pick it up. Picked up by Chapman, who puts one to Win McKenzie and hits him on the chest. Nice looking kick. And McKenzie from defence comes out. Goes to the half back line. Ground level. Gershon first to arrive. Puts his head over the ball, then was taken high. He ducked into it.
Ducked into it.
He came back into where the oncoming traffic. It's a rolling free kick to Gershon. Little short kick over the top, went to Oliver. Was good. Good mark. That's a player outside. And it's tipping. So he now has the ball. And from the centre wing, kicks into the half-forward line. Manch up in front of Smith. Handball goes quickly towards Higgins. Higgins goes towards McClure on the lead again. Out in front of Primke. Mark not taken. Where are the runners? They're behind. And it's going to be Stevens who picks the ball up for East Geelong. Oh, the kick wasn't good. He's hit Oliver right in the chest. So a lot of mistakes being made. Goes over the top to Stephen, who steadies from 45. And he has also missed the goal. So neither side wanting to win the game here this afternoon. 2 goals, 5-17 for Winchelsea, 1-3-9 to East Geelong. 22 minutes gone, first quarter. Buckley's Entertainment first quarter scoreboard.
So Kane Marsh kicking in this time. He's got Warwick short in the back pocket, goes in that direction, takes the mark uncontested. Coming down the line now, Primke goes in that direction, but Chamberlain was a bit shorter. He took the mark for East Geelong at half back. Goes along the wing looking for Poynton. Doesn't sit for him. And out of bounds for a throw in between wing and half forward. So boundary throw in. Holmer up against Chapman. Chapman gets it down to the back of the pack. Oliver's handball over the top. Bonner. Holmer. They raffle it. Bonner gets it. Right foot tumbling punt. Stephen in front of Warwick. Punched away by Warwick. Roved by Tipping. If he can pick it up, he goes close to the boundary line, kick around the corner. Neat sort of kick. McFarlane waited for it, but Priddle didn't. He handballed it away. Dangerous. Oh, that's a push in the back. The umpire said play on. And Paul Smith was over the top of it. Dylan O'Toole comes in as well. The umpire will come in and ball it up 25 metres out from the Winchelsea goal.
Push in the back in my rule book.
Oh, absolutely. Jeez. So ball up, Mensch, ruck work, taps it down to the side of the pack, close to the boundary line. Tipping can't keep it in. And we will have a boundary throw in. 2-5-17 Winch. They lead East 1-3-9. 23 minutes played first term.
Old man slow getting up there, Minchy. Needed to get the
That comes with age though, mate.
And only get the block and tackle out then.
So a quick ball in from the umpire. Goes back into the centre corridor. Oliver he was taken high, I thought. Now there's an appeal for a...
Oh, Brad.
Oh, Brad from the centre.
The chairman's called it from the middle, and it was there too.
It was a little bit high. Thought he got away with it. So Oliver now with an opportunity to straighten things up for Winchelsea and give them that goal that they so... Well, they don't know what they deserve it, but they actually need one right now. Clicking with the slight A's of a breeze. So Oliver from 25 metres out, almost directly in front. An opportunity for the third here for Winchelsea. Comes in.
He's better on the run.
You might be right there, mate, because that is a disgraceful kick to goal. 2 goals, 6-18 to the Winchelsea side, 1-3-9 to East Geelong, and we have ticked towards 24 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment first quarter scoreboard.
So Paul Smith's got the kicking duties this time. They're raffling it at full back, the Eagles. He goes with a high kick, not outside 50, going to hold up. And punch to the front of the pack. Priddle's there first. McFarlane comes across as well. Sits for Priddle. Gets the kick away as he's slung. Might be okay. And mark taken by Chalice, just inside defensive 50. High kick towards centre wing. From behind Sharp, off the front of the pack. Nobody can pick the football up. In dispute. Umpire says play on. Ball comes back towards Marsh. Handball over the top was okay. Stevens on centre wing. Goes towards Graham. Up against Matheson. Graham traps it. Wants to run away from Bozzer, and he does. Goes with a left foot kick. One out. is Jones. Pushes, he stands there. He does pretty well against Budavalis, and then he misses the goal. So
Told you no one wants to win this.
plenty of opportunities. 1 goal, 1 his tally. 1-4-10. East Geelong, Winchelsea 2-6-18. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 25 minutes played. Did everything right there except kick the goal.
Controlled it, he got it into position, and then the kick was just terrible, wasn't it?
So Dunkley it is now doing the kicking in duties for the Winchelsea side. There's going to be a blood rule.
Chamberlain.
Robbie Chamberlain coming from the ground. They try to just waiting. It's going to be actually McLean that's going on in his replacement, the Robbie Chamberlain. Bit of claret from the nose on the gob. So now back with Dunkley in that full-back position, has the ball, decides to load up, and he'll go straight down the middle of the ground. Actually, it might have been Bayless because it's up the top, and it's missed there by Van der Klooster coming through Oliver. He's been good this afternoon. A kick from Matheson. Goes back into the middle of the ground. Some running players required. Stevens going to re-trap it. Doesn't pick it up on the first attempt. Went back and got it the second. Handball's outside to Holmer. He looks up. He's got plenty of time to deliver the ball. He decides to go long. This is going to suit Primke because he's standing back in the goal square, and it's been pushed through or rushed through for another minor score. 2 goals, 7 now to the Winchelsea side. 1 goal, 4 to East Geelong. And Simon Primke this time decided it's his turn to do some kicking in. So again to the far side of the ground he goes. Target out there. Mark taken by Warwick. Uncontested. He plays on quickly on the left foot, goes back towards the point of the square. Mark taken by Reese, wants to go and gets out of trouble, kicks on his right foot to the half-forward line. Graham, Matheson in front, can't keep the ball in front of himself, picked up there by Dylan O'Toole. Picked it up, put it out, ran outside the contest, went out wide looking towards Chalice. Chalice looking for protection, had it from Sponner who just guarded the path. Goes back to the goal square, Jones. Budavalis brings it to ground. Numbers there with Tornier, kicks the ball off the ground, and he's found the boundary line. Got the desired effect. And it'll be a ball of about 25 metres around from the behind post.
He's doing a fair job, Budavalis, on Jones, isn't he?
Should apply the same rules as yesterday's game. 27 minutes gone, bang the siren. So the ball will be thrown back into that forward pocket. Sezin doing the ruck work. Reese takes it out of the contest, goes back towards the square again. Budavalis this time is happy enough to see it through. Minor score, 1 goal, 5 East Geelong, 2 goals, 7 to the Winchelsea side. 28 minutes gone, first quarter. Buckley's Entertainment first quarter scoreboard. Had 6 goals yesterday, went 27 minutes. What's going on?
Bayless from full-back, kicks it in looking for McKenzie. Over the back, Reese runs into Sponner. Sezin's there, gets it away by hand to Tornier. Some candy at half-back, back to the middle. Tipping has to go up and does well. McFarlane, handball to nobody in particular. Sawney in the end, has to get around a couple. Loses the football though. Handball over the top from Parker to Stevens. Short one to Warwick. He can run through, go with a left foot kick long to Jones. In front this time, goes up, punched away. Front of the pack, the Samurai. Dunkley gets around. Right foot kick to nobody in particular as the siren sounds. Oh, Parker going up and down. It is quarter time, and it's Winchelsea, who are 2-7-19. They lead East Geelong 1-5-11.